They want stories that make them look good, facts be damned. So the Pentagon has fired the editor and publisher of the Stars and Stripes, which is a newspaper that covers U.S. military affairs predominantly for a U.S. military audience. And the reason given was insubordination. In fact, the editor, Eric Slavin, stated in his dismissal letter, it said that he was fired for stating in a CBS interview that censorship of information for service members would cross a red line. Now, the Stars and Stripes is part of the Department of Defense, but it is mandated by law as well as a DoD directive that it maintain its journalistic independence and free flow of information. And that's the problem. This administration is not interested in independence. It's not interested in the law. It demands loyalty. And they have been chipping away at media independence, particularly for the Stars and Stripes, from day one. And this is why media literacy for you and me is incredibly important, and why I recommend that you use Ground News. It's a tool that I use, and I'll send you a link to it if you comment on this post. We should know the bias of what we're reading or listening to or watching, as well as that publication's commitment to the facts. Now look at the scale of publications, which you can find on every story in the Ground News app. From left to right, you have a spectrum of political bias, and at the center is the most fair and balanced. And as you move outward, you increasingly narrow the context through a political lens until you get to the outer edges, which are publications that advocate extremely for one side or the other. And if you layer onto that factuality ratings from high to low, then you can go from reporting at the center with high factuality, which is about as close to the dry truth as you can get. But if you're at those outer edges with low factuality, well, that's pure propaganda. So if we look at the ratings for the Stars and Stripes, you can see you have a center bias with a high factuality. And this really does ring true, I can tell you as someone who's been a newspaper man for most of my career. Now, contrast that to, say, One America News. They have a far-right bias and a low factuality. They are a propaganda machine. And that's something this administration rewards. Just ask Natalie Harp, the self-proclaimed human printer and President Trump's favorite travel companion. She used to work for OAN. Context is everything. So improve your media literacy with Ground News. They aggregate the sources and the stories. They use multiple rating agencies to provide you with a clear descriptions for bias, factualness, and ownership. And you can sign up for the Ground News Vantage plan, which is the one that I use, at the rate that I paid, a 40% discount, using my link, groundnews.com/dad. You can also get it in my bio, or like I said, if you make a comment, I will send it to you. Be kind, feed your mind, and you know.